Hey there, I'm Jamie Davidson with AMZ Insiders. A little bit about us. Myself and my two fellow AMZ Insider co-founders, Jason and Brad, combined to sell over $75 million a year on Amazon last year. We're on pace to do over $100 million this year. And one of the questions we always get, whether we're on podcasts or people interviewing us or people, is asking how we got started. And in one frame is, how'd you make your first $1 million on Amazon? And the short story of kind of our beginning of Amazon dates back to 2011, and I was an executive in the for-profit education space, and I relocated as part of a private equity investment down to Atlanta. I was up in the Pennsylvania area to move to Atlanta for this private equity investment to join this company as the chief operating officer. And my next door neighbor in this kind of gated community I moved into in the Atlanta suburbs happened to be Jason Lee, who is our fellow AMZ Insiders co-founder. And when we first got going, Jason, I was an education executive. Jason was a software consultant for one of the leading software companies in the country, one of the biggest consulting firms, actually. And Jason had another friend, Brad, who was a senior marketing manager at Coca-Cola. At that point, Jason would tell the story that he was looking to replace an income because he decided to have his wife stay home. Him and his wife decided for their daughter to stay home, so they were just trying to look a way to replace their existing income for her job. And Brad had also been experimenting with e-commerce as well. I had sold a little bit on like eBay as well too, and frankly, I didn't know much about Amazon, about the ability to sell on it. Like a lot of people, even some people today, I thought Amazon would be like, Target or anyone else. They were just selling online. I didn't know you could have sellers that could plug into it. And once we realized that opportunity, we took a look at it, and this was also a time of a really growing space around iPads and the iPhones, but even the iPads then were a really big deal. If you think about iPads at one point were really taking off, and there was an opportunity to do cases for iPads, and everything from consumers to schools, they all needed it. And what was really helpful is we had Jason and Brad are both native Chinese. They've lived in the U.S. for the most part of the past 20 years. And so they had an understanding on the China side as we wanted to manufacture a product. And so in those days, it was the early stages of Amazon, how you'd actually go about finding a manufacturer over there. We didn't know any of that. Jason actually went over to China. Nowadays, it's a lot easier in terms of they're much more likely to have an English-speaking account manager for you over there. But it's certainly helpful to have a member of the team that is native of the country and can speak the language, both speak their first language together. So negotiate the initial relationship. It took a lot of lessons learned in terms of how to actually get up and running with Amazon. Initially, there wasn't even fulfillment by Amazon. That didn't come into play later. But essentially, selling these products, these accessories, using e-commerce took off really fast then. And that we far surpassed the $1 million mark using a small investment up front. We kind of blew past the $1 million mark very quickly in a matter of within less than a half a year, and blew past. And again, this is on sales. At the end of the day, you were talking about profit is the goal, of course, for yourself. But the first step is you got to be able to get sales. And we quickly saw the potential of the power of e-commerce back, several years back before it was really a thing as it is now. It certainly has a long ways to go from now. But the first $1 million came extremely quick for us, and the goals then became much bigger. We've scaled to a large company. We've got a 25,000 square foot warehouse here, which we don't even use really for our Amazon products. It's more to sell on some of the other platforms to fill, or to stage things to send them to Amazon warehouses if we need them. We have about a 30-person team here. We have over 100 employees in Shenzhen, China, where we do a lot of our product design, our customer service. We have a marketing team over there as well as here in the U.S. So all this thing kind of grew into, beyond anything we ever expected in terms of the size of the operation of the company. But going back to the beginning, it was basically, as a lot of things started, it was really started by an idea to replace some income and just a business opportunity that seemed interesting and exciting. We didn't know how quickly we'd grow or how it would go. But once you got into it and saw the growth, then it was, pretty easy to see the potential and the leverage that this had, and it's the same leverage that exists today because of the power of technology, the internet, the infrastructure that already exists at Amazon. The continued growth of all these things combined continues to allow us the same opportunities that we had then, that we have now in the years to come. There's definitely a few more people selling on the platform now, but we also always remind ourselves, and we see it in our own business results, that there's tons and tons of growth ahead in the e-commerce space. I often talk about that the e-commerce space, even as far as we've gotten in the business, is still only 10% of all commerce, and it's expected to grow multiple times over the next several years, and still only be a third of e-commerce 5 years from now. So it's still going to be a minority of e-commerce, even though it's grown so much and we think of it as a big part. It's got so much further to go, and while we certainly had some good success early on, we as a company believe we have a long ways to go as well too, and we believe there's tons of opportunity from other people to all benefit. So we think there continues to be huge opportunity. As well as we've done, we still feel we have a long ways to go. And we say past success doesn't guarantee future success, but we have certainly infrastructure. We have a lot of know-how. We're very passionate about sharing our journey that we've had up to this point with other people and mentoring other people and helping other people as well. If any of this resonated with you, I strongly recommend you click below. Check out, actually, we put together a free workshop detailing not only the story of how we did, but actually the specific tactics we use on Amazon to grow our business as big as we have, the exact processes that you can take for yourself and get started right away, begin implementing today. If you're already on Amazon, again, you can really use this video here, this free workshop, to really help you take your business to the next level and really establish and build your very own e-commerce business, leveraging the power of Amazon. So again, really encourage you to click below, check out our free workshop, which is available for a limited time. So if you like this video, go ahead and give us the thumbs up here. And really important, make sure you subscribe to our videos. We got all sorts of great content. We're coming out with new content every week to make sure that we share that with you. You're notified of that. Again, make sure you subscribe to our channel here. And finally, if we'd love to hear more about your own goals, what you hope to achieve with e-commerce, with any kind of business, comment below. We'd love to hear the feedback or any questions you have about our journey, anything we've shared. Again, comment below. We'd love to hear from you.